Good morning, everyone. Stephanie here and Buddy with the Denman Homestead, and today we're in one of our rental properties doing some major repairs. We've been here. Have you talked about this at all?
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't talk about how long.
Oh. We've been here for, I don't know, the past 4 or 5 days straight, working because our previous tenant, whatever. But one thing that I want to show you that Buddy's working on is our washing machine that was in our rental. I just so happened to run a load both in the dryer and the washer to make sure that everything was in working order before, just as one of those things that we check. We check the dishwasher and the microwave and the oven and everything to make sure that the next tenant that we have in here, everything's in working order. But when I ran the washer, it sounded like a shotgun went off, and it was just like boom, 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 boom. And it was like moving and rocking. And luckily my dad was here helping me. My mom was here helping me, and he stopped it right away. And he was like, I know what that is. The springs are bad. The springs that hold the agitator are out. So, and I didn't know, I don't know. So Buddy ordered a kit to replace the springs, and I will show you what he's doing now. Okay, so he's actually already replaced the front two. This is popped out because he took out, we're working on the back ones now. But
The trick with these springs is, I think, to do 2 of them at a time, so you can have one side holding the
drum,
agitator thing, drum, yeah. But you have to lift so the spring goes through this hole at the bottom down there. So you gotta grab this rod and lift up, and then you can turn this little plastic piece to the direction that the hook can go through, and then your hook comes out the bottom, and these little plastic pieces you can replace. They come with a spring kit.
yeah, so this is the kit.
That's what I got, the other plastic pieces over here.
Oh, you got the new plastic pieces? Yeah, these are, okay, so these are old. But the kit with the new springs comes with new plastic caps. So Buddy's just replacing those now.
All right, so now we've got the spring disconnected. To get it out, you actually gotta lift it up and tilt it on both sides and pull the spring out the bottom and install the new one the exact same way. So we're gonna go ahead and close this lid, which is not really attached anymore. It's just kind of floating on here. And if you'll hand me, actually, let's do the other side first. Show it. All right, so we're gonna take this spring that we unhooked. Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
That is bent.
That's not supposed to be that
Nope.
direction.
Not that shape.
Nope.
All right, and then we're just gonna slide.
Big sticky.
We're not gonna attach anything just yet, because the main point to this first part is just literally just sliding the spring up and through the hole.
It's kind of gross under here, but I'm gonna try to let you see it.
Yeah, let me see. All we're wanting to do right now is slide this spring through that hole, and that's gonna, even if it falls back down, not a big deal. As long as it's through that hole, we can lay this back down and hook it up. And then we're gonna take this one. It's at a weird angle. I don't know if we're probably not gonna be able to get it out. We're gonna have to tilt it up on the other side. So let's do that now. last one.
It's easier when you have two people.
Yeah, if you got something to lean it on both sides, this can be a one-man job, but it is definitely easier with two people. It looks like just the one spring out of the 4 was bent.
Yeah.
Give me the last spring.
Okay. I'm just wondering if that one bent spring would have done that though. Like, just seems, I would have thought that the springs would have been like broken.
We're gonna find out. We don't even 100% know if this is the fix, but this is what Steph's dad thought it might be, so
Yeah.
we're gonna try it. And it's a cheap set of springs. I don't know how long they'll last, but the quickest we could get new springs was Amazon for like 16 bucks. So if it doesn't work, we're 16 bucks in the hole. All right, so all 4 new springs have been put into the bottom. Now I just need to attach the last 2. I'm sure there's some sort of balancing or whatever we're gonna have to figure out. All right, so here's the new caps. And we're basically going to just bring the new spring up through the hole like that. Put the cap in there. Turn it so that it grabs like that. And rinse and repeat.
Might be difficult for me to grab that one, but I can try. Okay.
All right, so now we need to figure out
All right.
Okay. So now we have all 4 hooks in, and it is even looking. I don't think there's anything else I'm missing. I don't think. We're gonna close this lid, and it does like kind of a little slide.
It's not on over here.
Slides forward and back. It's kind of pretty.
Nope. There you go.
There we go. So then we've got a couple more screws. Damn it, flathead. Couple more screws that go in to hold the lid on.
The main thing about washers and dryers is that you don't want to have any parts left over.
If you have leftover parts, that just means that you made it better.
Or you could start a fire. Either or. Ask me how I know.
And then after you get these 2 screws that keep the top on, the last thing you have to put back on is the cover for this electrical. Just kind of slides in these gaps right here. And the screw goes in right there. And that's it. Now we just pray that that was the problem.
Yeah.
It's not that this was like a hard repair, but it's kind of annoying with dealing with the springs and lifting and pulling and twisting and doing all the little things at the same time. Okay.
Oh, was it bent? This goes up in here.
Oh, no, it's much closer.
Yeah, we're gonna add some bleach in there.
Want to bleach?
Yeah, clean it out.
Do you want to throw things in it?
I don't know that we have things. Oh, the towel? You don't think it'd make it uneven, do you?
What?
Why is this metal piece like sticking out like that?
Yeah, it was like that before.
Do we need to fix it?
That was how it was whenever.
Okay.
Maybe this is supposed to be bent down to keep it from popping out. But I think maybe he or whoever did it so they could remove it easily.
Okay.
All right. So yes or no? You want to run things in there or empty? This is what we test washed.
Yeah, we can just wash that. That's fine.
All right. Put a little bleach in there.
Sure. It's already a bleached towel. It's like a trash towel. Not trash, but you know what I'm saying. Moment of truth. Just a little. Just do casual. Okay, let you know. Good news. I think that did it.
On the Denman Homestead, where the sun sets golden in the west, we live in harmony with nature, doing what we love best. From the garden to the kitchen, and the bees inside their hive. On the Denman Homestead, come along and plant, nourish, thrive.